like this, okay, and Elon Musk certainly can't either, but if you think like, oh, this is just a funny joke, like, I'm telling you right now, every single person that you make jokes like this in proximity of will talk shit behind your back, if not immediately to your face. Like, do we just not have any decency? I can't believe I'm the one saying this. Like, I make dick jokes on a regular basis. This is just so gross, dude. I think people, especially men in powerful positions, are far too comfortable speaking out of pocket like this. It's crazy. They should not feel so comfortable at all. Like, it's mind-boggling to me. They do this with AOC too. It's like, you can disagree with shit that AOC says and does, but like the moment where you're like, oh, you're so, I bet you want to fuck me, AOC. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. What a fucking gross loser you are, dude. You just straight up you're openly saying like you don't see women as human beings. You just see them as like objects of sexual desire. That's a goddamn congressperson you're talking about. And with Taylor Swift, that's like a like, you shouldn't talk about this with anyone. You shouldn't be talking about this way with any woman whatsoever, especially when you're a fucking 54-year-old adult, dude. What the fuck? Like, there is no humor in this. This is just gross. It's nasty. It's creepy. And I think you should know, if you find this to be like kind of funny, I'm telling you right now, you're a gross, creepy little man-child. It's crazy that this fucking billionaire weirdo said it on his fucking application too. Maybe he knows her. No, man, shut the fuck up. That makes it even worse. I can feel the sweat from this post. It's so goddamn grimy to say about like some random person. If you have a sister or a mother, okay, or any woman that you care about to a certain degree, think about how you would feel if a relatively powerful person, maybe their boss, talked about them like this. I don't think you would appreciate that. I think you'd want to protect them. I think you'd want to defend them. I think at that point you would understand maybe this is unwelcomed and gross. Now imagine that person having a massive platform that they purchased, okay, and billions of fucking dollars. This is the guy saying this shit, by the way.
Jump again.
Like I said, dude, if this was a working class individual, they'd be fucking fired. And they should, by the way. Unacceptable, dude. Now let's hear what this fucking dumbass had to say about
Fine,
it.
Taylor, you win. I will give you a child and guard your cats with my life. So he's mocking, he's exposing the ridiculousness, right? It's like, Taylor Swift, you are a young, pretty girl. Do you know what the gang members from Venezuela do to young, pretty girls? It ain't pretty.
Ah, exposing the ridiculousness. Everybody knows Venezuelans love to rape. Oh, this was a phenomenal take from JD Vance as well. We're just going on the fucking sweaty loser brigade about the Taylor Swift endorsement because it really bricked the brains of every single person. Let's watch the least self-aware person talk about this issue.
Speak to women voters who obviously they care about what she thinks.
Of course. Well, look, we admire Taylor Swift's music, but I don't think most Americans, whether they like her music or fans of hers or not, are going to be influenced by a billionaire celebrity who I think is fundamentally disconnected from the interests and the problems of most Americans. Look,
you are the blood boy of Peter Thiel. You are now the bitch boy of Donald Trump. They are both fundamentally disconnected billionaires. What are you saying? There's not a fucking billionaire dick you haven't rode at this point. And they all disrespect you directly to your fucking face, as a matter of fact. Like, Donald Trump, in front of 60 million Americans, called your ass out for not knowing his positions. He was like, yeah, threw you under the bus again, which you should have known that was going to happen inevitably, considering what happened to the last guy who was his fucking vice president. His fans tried to execute him, dog. I wish you well. I wish you well. I hope, we'll see what happens. Here's how Elon sounds when he makes this joke.
Fine, Taylor. You win. I will give you a child and guard your cat with my life.
That is how he sounded. Taylor Swift endorsed Kamala Harris, and more importantly than Kamala Harris, Taylor Swift endorsed Tim Walz, like, quite a bit. And the Taylor Swift Instagram post helped drive a surge in voter registration. Apparently, Vote.org recorded more than 35,000 registrations. Taylor Swift drove nearly 338,000 people to vote.gov with Kamala Harris endorsement post. Now, we don't know how many people have registered since then, but it got 338,000 people in less than 24 hours to go to the fucking website to register to vote. It makes sense though for like there to be a 10% conversion rate of that, maybe even higher depending on how much more she pushes. But ultimately, I think that yes, celebrities have an incredible amount of influence, especially those like Taylor Swift. So yeah, this will definitely be helpful overall. It is kind of wild. I mean, I'm not making a statement about like the insane amount of power that like we give celebrities at this point as a society. It does call into question where the has she been about Palestine. We truly need to study the praising of the bare minimum of celebrities. Yeah, maybe if she like hugs Miriam Adelson tomorrow and then Swifties get mad at her, she'll have to come out in defense of Palestine or something. But of course, this is like really frustrated people, including Megyn Kelly. Let's hear what she had to say.
Taylor Swift, yeah. She posts a picture of herself with her cat. Would you look at this? You can, of course. Like you can kiss your sales to the Republican audience goodbye, Taylor. Hope you enjoyed them while you had them. And this is what she posts. Like many of you, I watched the debate tonight. If you haven't already, now's a great time to do your research on the issues at hand and the stances these candidates take on the topics that matter to you most. As a voter, I make sure to watch and read everything I can about the proposed policies, etc. I was so heartened and impressed by her selection of her running mate, Tim Walz, who has been standing up for LGBTQ rights, IVF, and a woman's right to her own body for decades. Oh my God. So this woman is fine with his plan to take custody of the children from parents who don't want them to chop off their body parts and put them in Minnesota court's custody so the body parts can be chopped off and they can be sterilized outside the custody of their parents. And I don't give a shit who gets upset. This is disgusting. If she wants to vote Harris Walz, she can do it all she wants. But to say the reason she's doing it is because of Tim Walz's stance on LGBTQ, F you, Taylor Swift. Can I tell you something? I criticized her about 6 months ago when she came out strongly in favor of, she went to a fundraiser to raise money for Hamas, supposedly Palestinians, but the group that was doing the fundraising was known to funnel the money to Hamas.
She's talking about how Taylor Swift went to a comedy show held by, what is it, Rami Youssef? Is that his name? Like that one Muslim comic? She went with like Bella Hadid and Gigi Hadid, I think. And that's what she's talking about. She just went to a comedy show. These people are fucking disgusting, dude.